Welcome to Between Two Pastries, a not-so-typical nutrition podcast. Nicole and Annie are licensed and registered dietitians. Join them as they discuss hot nutrition topics, challenge popular beliefs, and have a blast doing it. Here are your hosts, Nicole and Annie.
Welcome to Between Two Pastries. This is Nicole.
Hey everyone, it's Annie.
Today we're talking about green powders. Hey everybody, this is going to be a really quick podcast.
Yeah, this stuff's boring. I don't care for this stuff. Because it's I don't know, in my opinion, it's like, no, you don't need it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I was talking to a DTR today and she's like, she's got to be like in her 60s. And she manages an entire assisted living facility. And I asked her, like, well, what kind of supplements do you use? She's like, I hate supplements. We use Boost, but I hate supplements. And I want all of them to just eat real food and get it all in. And I'm like, yes, yeah, this is how we're supposed to be operating. And I understand there's, socioeconomic issues and such like that. But like, if you can't afford fruits and vegetables from the grocery, how come you can afford supplements and athletic greens and all the things?
I would agree.
I don't get that. So to me, I agree. This is going to be a short pod.
It's going to be a very short pod. And we've been getting a lot of questions about it. I got a text from somebody who was questioning about it because they don't like fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. I've had that. Yep.
Sure. I know that there was another client that I had that were just like, hey, have you heard of these things? Like, what do you think? I think the thing is like, bottom line, like when it comes down to anything, what are you expecting to experience with a supplement? Because sometimes the way that these things are touted or the way people talk about them, they act like it's some kind of like end all, right? Like this will solve every problem I have, right? There's this magical thinking about a substance, essentially.
Well, and I think too, it's this idea, whether it's conscious or subconscious, that I eat fruits and vegetables, but I also need these powders on top of it because more is better.
Oh, sure.
Because if I didn't get something from my fruits and vegetables, because I have this weird notion that a cooked vegetable isn't as healthy, then I'm getting it from my powder to fill in the rest.
Well, and that's the thing too. Again, it's a supplement. A lot of this stuff is not regulated. We have to be really careful about this. But in particular, when we're talking about these green powders, basically, because there's so many herbal things that are in it. And that stuff is ultimately just not great. The other thing that is also interesting is, any supplement that you have can throw a vitamin in anything.
Right.
So yes, there's a laundry list of vitamins. It's kind of like if you just took a multivitamin, right? The thing that you're actually paying for, though, and who knows how much of it you're actually paying for, are these blends, right? These complexes, these herbal complexes, these, or these digestive enzymes, that they're pumping into it. The thing is that there's a laundry list of these things in these types of products, but they're not exactly transparent with the amounts of each of those things in it. It'll say that this blend, and we've talked about blends before, in particular proprietary blends, but we've talked about that, where it'll say this blend has X amount, like it'll just say super complex, 703 or 7,346 milligrams. What does that even mean?
What does that mean? How much of each?
A list of all these things. How much of each of those things are in there, right?
Right. Well, more the cheaper the item in there, the more there's going to be in it.
More than likely.
Right.
But how are they actually even making these blends? It's not like, you have, Grandma Paulina, sitting with her measuring.
Right.
Spoons,
no. And when you call, a lot of these companies, they don't share and they don't want to. I mean, I've even had that experience with Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah.
They don't
want
to. That's a red flag, and I'm not saying don't shop at Trader, I'm not saying that, but like companies don't want to give up because there's stuff in there, hidden info that they don't want you to know about.
Right.
Whether it's how much the product really is.
Right.
Or what's in it, or, all of that kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Right.
And that should make you feel a little yucky.
Well, I would think so. But again, getting back to what are you hoping to get from this?
Right. What are you going to feel?
Right. So like some of these things have added probiotics, which I also think is a little silly because in powdered form, it doesn't do anything. It's not an existing thing. Yeah.
Right.
So that I find it very interesting. The other piece
that's a buzzword though.
Yeah. The other piece that's really important. Well, then there's digestive enzymes. Well, first of all, you can literally buy digestive enzymes if you need them. I mean, and there are some individuals who have a lower HCl in their stomach, whatever. We're not going to get into all that.
No, but most people don't even need that.
Oh, I know, but there's a lot of people that do because of whatever.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
That's a different thing, right?
Right.
But you can buy a bottle of them for like $8.
Correct.
And they will last you for like 2 months.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
So this is also part of my point. The other thing about this stuff too, again, not only can I bet no one can tell me if they look at these lists that they understand remotely what some of that stuff means. So yes, but people will say, but it's a way that I can get in all of my veggies, all of my grains. Well, guess what? Your body, right. Your body wants to absorb nutrients from the real thing. I'm not saying not to supplement, but there's other reasons why we actually eat the food too. We're actually getting the live digestive enzyme from our veggies. You don't want to get it from a pill. We're getting the live version of it when we eat it. But I don't like these things. Well, let's find a way we can get certain things in, right?
Yeah, you can't tell me there isn't a single fruit or vegetable that every human on the planet is willing to eat.
Right.
Green or not green, I don't care. There is legit or a different form juice, for example. You're telling me you're not going to eat one single fruit or vegetable.
I know.
No, there's something everyone's willing to do.
And even just for not only just the nutrient value that fruits and vegetables give us too, but we're talking about like the fiber that's involved with that too. Like we're not getting that. It's like there alone lies the probiotic for you,
right.
Or the prebiotic, depending on what you're consuming, So we have to look at that. The other piece too, that I think is really, really important when we're looking at these things is most of these things are sweetened with something. And most of them are sweetened with some type of non-nutritive sweetener, such as a stevia, a sucralose or something like that. But what we're finding with research around this, though, is that it actually blocks those non-nutritive sweeteners, block the bioavailability of anything that's in there remotely.
Right.
Any.
Right. It's just your dollars going down the toilet for you to have some sort of placebo effect that you feel better.
Well, and essentially that is what it is,
But because, you buy into that, the buzzwords, whatever the marketing is, or just what it's called, and then who's marketing it.
I would agree.
One in particular plays to sports figures. Well,
exactly.
What do you? Oh yeah, they're using it. I'll use it. I'm going to be better. You know what I mean? I mean, it's that whole.
Yeah. But I also love this. I'm looking at that particular product right now in the label, and there's a bottom line that says other ingredients, natural flavors.
And I bet somewhere on there it says all natural and GMO free and all
But I think that's important to note, like natural flavors, like what does that even mean? Like people don't understand that that's one of those hidden things that
that's not lemon they're putting in there.
Gosh.
Right? I mean, what is a natural flavor in a powder?
Right.
Think about that.
But truly.
How do you put a natural flavor, natural being the key word,
meaning what? Like the flavor of spinach you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like what natural flavor?
That's called being built in a lab. That's a chemistry
but it's
reaction to be able to do that, which makes it not natural, right?
Absolutely.
Because in order to create flavors of vegetables and fruits, we have to develop that synthetically.
Correct.
You can't dry lemon juice. Critically thinking about this.
I get what you're saying. There's a process to everything in regards to that. So again, I think what we're trying to do is just like, there's nothing magical about this. There's nothing, there just is nothing, period.
And again, if someone comes to me and says, oh yeah, I use this, I'm not even like, I don't even write it down in my notes. Like, I don't even care.
Exactly.
I don't care. It's not going to hurt you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. But either way, I am not professionally using this information as a means to get you like,
right. As something that's helpful to you for sure. For sure. Yeah, no, hands down. Completely agree. So again, it's just a matter of like, I don't want people thinking that they're gaining some huge, wonderful benefit from taking this stuff.
Right.
You know,
and I hope we're not, we're kind of being negative Nellies, but at the end of the day, like, this is just another marketing
I guess that's essentially what I'm also saying too, is like, let's not give it that much power, people, because it doesn't. I'm sure your $40 or whatever it costs would be well used somewhere else.
Spinach in a smoothie, you can't taste it. You know, I know.
There's other ways. There's many, many other ways. So yeah. Right. At any rate.
Yeah, I know. I really have nothing like more to say on it.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Good topic.
Yeah, we're real good. We're real good.
Let us know if you have questions, because
we
answer them right quick and well.
Right quick. That we do. Thanks, guys.
Have questions you want to hear discussed on the show? Find us on Facebook or visit between2pastries.com and drop us a line. Want to support the show? Find us on Patreon for exclusive content. If you love the show, find us on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. Hit the subscribe button and leave us a review.